Hello, crafty friends. This is Missy with Time to Craft. What do you say we do a cover for our signature we've been working on? Alrighty, so here's the signature. And this is what I'm going to use for my cover. This is just a pretty thick envelope that a book was delivered in that I had ordered off of Amazon. So we're going to cover this and we're going to make ourselves a journal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously get my cover, but I've picked out some paper. This is going to go in the middle on the inside, and these, that's going to be the outside. All right, so let's get started. Let's just go ahead. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover this part and this part, the front and the back, and then I'm going to put something here, I think, some kind of lace trim or something to hide the spine. So what I have is my trusty little jar of Mod Podge. I'm going to get a little bit on there. Can't find my mat that I do this on, so this mat is going to be all sticky. I'll just have to clean it later. All right, so cover your cover. Cover your cover in a thin layer of Mod Podge. Then lay your paper down. Make sure you have a little bit of overhang on the top, bottom, and the side, because we're going to fold it in, okay? So I'm going to bring the, whoa. I'm going to bring this right to the edge. Not too far. And I'm going to make sure I press it down pretty good so we get a good seal there. And of course, as you can see, I'm not doing any measuring. I'm just putting it out there. And then I'm going to trim it. All right. So that's one. And I'm going to do the other side. You know, you can make your own Mod Podge if you don't want to buy any. You just get regular, like Elmer's glue, something like that, or even off-brand, and then you mix water with it until you get it to the runny consistency of regular Mod Podge. I have some somewhere that I made, and it works just as well as the store-bought. Probably, definitely, a whole lot cheaper. All right, so let me get this one on. I didn't even pay attention to the way I got it running. I don't guess it matters. I guess they all go every which way. All right, give that one there a really good smushy smushy. And I'm going to trim this one. Got my Mod Podge in the way. All right, now I am going to, what you want to do is you want to let this dry. But because we have such wonderful technology, when I come back, this will be good and dry. So you just hang on 1 minute for me. All right. I took it over to the most fabulous little thing, the heat tool, and I went ahead and got that all dried off. Okay, trim your corners so when you fold this in, and I'm going to show you in just a second, you want it to fold in good and tight. And I'm probably doing a terrible job of trimming these, but hey. Remember what we say, if you make a mistake, you cover it up with glue or paper or ink or something. Excuse me. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run some glue, some Mod Podge around these right here, and we're going to fold these in, okay? So what I do is, because we're going to put some glue here too, or Mod Podge, I keep calling it glue. I just kind of do this right here, and then I do a little dabbing on these edges. And just kind of run that on every single one of them. Make sure you get it good. You don't want a lot, but you want it to be tacky, because we want to get this to stay down, and then we're going to do another layer of Mod Podge on top once we get everything in place where it needs to be. Okay, so now we're just going to take this and fold it in, and be very careful because it is damp from the glue and it will rip if you're too rough with it. Of course, I got a wrinkle. I always do so well, and then I get a wrinkle. There. Okay. Look at that. Not too shabby, right? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get the middle in right here. Now I am going to trim this one up because I won't be able to just go around and cut it like I did the other one. So I'm going to do, excuse me, 8.5 by 11.5. All right. 8.5 by 11.5. Definitely want to get that off. Okay. Here's my 11.5. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that is just plumb cute. All right. Mod Podge. So go ahead and get that in there. Again, we just want a thin coat because we want it tacky, not sopping wet. And I probably put more on here than I needed, but No turning back now, right? Oh, I just love this. And kind of center it. Make sure all of your edges and all of your stuff is covered. Once again, give it a good smushy. And then I'm going to run this back over to, whoops, I'm shaking the table. I am so sorry. Getting forceful with it. I'm going to take it over to the heating tool and dry this, and I'll be right back. All dry, all done. Okay, so I didn't get enough glue right here, but that's okay. When I sew the signature in, that should take care of it, but I am going to take a little paintbrush and I'm going to kind of just stick it under here because I want this to be glued down a little bit better than what it is. Oh my goodness, and then I put fingerprints all over it. Good gracious. There we go. That is more acceptable. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it around. Do I want to do that yet? No, I don't think I do. I am going to go ahead and do another coating of Mod Podge on the inside because I made sure this was good and dry. Don't do it again. Put another layer until you know that it's dry all the way through because it will bubble up on you and whoops. I love these bigger sponge brushes or whatever you call them because they sure cover the area a whole lot faster than the small ones. Get it done quicker. Okay, so there's that. Let me go dry it. All right, she is all dry and sealed up. So now what we're going to do, I feel like I missed a spot right here. Oh, maybe it's what's on my hand. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to get our signature. Okay, and we're going to get some holes punched in here. So what I like to do is get a pen or a black Sharpie, whatever. I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to do 3 dots where I want my signature, my holes to be. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. And let's bring this one down a little bit more. So then I'm going to find my stuff. All right. So I'm going to get my groovy little awl. A-W-L, not awl. And I am going to, go ahead, I'm going to do this all at once, I think. So what I'm going to do, this is the top, and this is the bottom. Okay, so top and bottom. I want to make sure I have the top of my journal oriented correctly with these holes, and I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over, get my signature lined up the way I want it. Then I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to make little dots on my signature, and they're going to be lined up with the dots on the spine, okay? And I guess maybe you could just really skip that step if you're doing it this way, and I'm probably not making much sense right at the moment. And I'm sure if I would have thought this out just a little bit more, I would have come up with a better way to say it. Okay, anyways, I'm thinking I'm using the crocodile. Make sure all of your pages are in the signature the way you want it. And I will take some clips and hold it steady. Whoops, I don't want to use that one. I want to use these right here. And I know those are probably overkill, but it's what I got to work with right at the moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick them in here. Here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead, put the holes in my spine. That way I can line up those holes with the ones I put on the signature, like so. Well, my goodness, I'm doing this a different way, and I guess maybe I should have practiced before I done it like this, right? Okay, so is everybody confused now? I had a pretty rough day at work today, so my brain is, I don't know, it's just all over the place. I couldn't wait to get home and do some crafting on my journals and make this video, and now I wish I kind of would have waited a little bit, but here we are. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our awl and we're just going to go, watch your finger, and we're going to go right through. And we're going to get this one. And I really should be doing this the other way. I should be coming from the inside here and going through, but I'm not. I'm doing it the wrong way. So there we go. Okay, so we've got two. And then let's get this third one right here. And I promise you I will do this better the next time. Okay, so now we have 3 holes in our signature and in our spine of our cover. So what we're going to do is we're going to get whatever we're going to sew it with. This is embroidery floss, so we're going to go 3 times the length. So 1, 2, and 3. And of course there's a knot, and it's going to be ridiculous. And I always go a little extra so we can do a little bit of tying. I've got a pretty good sized needle here with a big eye, so we can get the whatever we're going to bind our book with. You can use the waxed thread if you wanted to. Okay, so start in the middle, come from the inside, go in the middle hole, bring it through, leave you a tail. Then we're going to come up on this hole, but we're going to come from underneath, okay? So find it and bring it right on through, and don't pull your tail through. Then we're going to come all the way down to the bottom hole. And we're going to go, hopefully, right into that bottom. Pull it through. Then what we're going to do is we're going to, and remember, hold on to your tail. We're going to come back to the middle one. And we're going to go in. Whoops. We're going to do something here. Okay. Then we're going to bring it in. Now, we want to make sure we didn't cross through that other thread, the tail. Separate the two. Put your tails one on either side of that long piece coming down the middle. And you can pull it and get them the same length if you need to. Give it a little tug. Make sure it's kind of snug, but not so much that it's ripping, okay? We don't want to rip the papers. Give it a knot. Tie it in another knot. You can leave it like that if you want to. You can put it in a bow. However you want to do it. But that, my crafty friends, is how you make a signature and get it sewn into your cover. All right, so I know that was not a good video at all, but unfortunately I can't go back and take the cover off and redo. So, like I said, I'm going to come back and put some lace or something. I got to find some trim. And I'm going to cover the spine. Now, if you wanted to, you could cover the spine first. And then you would see your spit it out here, Missy. Get it right. You would see where you sewn it in. Or you can cover it. I'm going to go ahead and cover it. To be honest with you, this is the first time I've ever really made one like this right here. I usually make one with the big spines, and I use my crocodile, and I do this a whole different way. So guess what? We're doing this together. We're learning together. Any mistakes I've made, which were a lot, we just seen them together. All right. Easy enough. So now what I will do, like I said, I'll put something to cover this up, and I'll find something. And we'll do this in our next video. And we'll get this, another layer, another coating of Mod Podge on this and get that sealed. But this is our journal. This is it. We got it. And then now you can go in and you can finish embellishing. Who spit that one out? And decorating all of your pages. But we did it. We made a little journal. One signature journal. How cute. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you will like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I hope y'all have a great rest of the day. And we're going to call it done for today. And I will see you all soon. And we'll finish this one up and start on another one. Bye, y'all. Stay blessed. Thank you.